Hello, HTC families. The math science team at our school have been receiving a lot of requests asking on how their students are doing, if they're getting work done, how well the work is being completed. And these are great questions, and we're very happy to answer them. But it seems like a lot of these questions are coming from the fact that people aren't really sure where to look and see student progress in D2L, which is very fair. D2L is not always the most straightforward tool to use, especially if you've never seen it before. So today I'd like to walk you through how to check on your student's account and see how they're doing and check their progress. The first thing you're going to need is their login information, so it'd probably be best if you log in with them so you're together when you're doing it. And students, you should have no problem giving your parents your login information. They're your parents after all, they have your best interests in mind, and as long as you're getting your work done and doing a pretty good job of it, there should be nothing to worry about. So after you're logged in, you should be seeing a page similar to this. Keep in mind at the very top here, there's a little bit extra that I've cut off. The reason as to why is I'm currently impersonating a student who's actually at our school right now. And I don't want you to know who this person is because it's not really fair to them. Because this is a student who has not been doing all of their work, and I don't want to call them out in front of everybody on YouTube. That wouldn't be very kind of me. But you should be seeing a screen pretty similar to this. And what you should be seeing here as you scroll down is 3 courses in their D2L. There's this HD Car Cougar Community. That's our main page that we use for online textbooks, for a few other things that we're using earlier in the year. But they should also have a math page and a science page. Now this will be the same whether your student's in grade 9, 8, or 7. This student who I'm impersonating is in grade 9. So they have math 9 and science 9. What we're going to look at today is the math side of things, but it works the exact same for science. What we're going to do is you're going to click on the shell here, and it should bring you into their math work. Now, when you come in, you'll see we have a toolbar at the very top, and here we have our announcements. The announcements are where we just put all of our work for the week. That's one of the places that you can go and see any major announcements. There could be some high school information here, so watch out for that. As well as details and links to everything you're doing week to week. See here we have week 5, our current week that we're on right now. And we have a video from Freddy the Cougar. These are really great. I would recommend watching them. We have 3 made so far. But you keep going down, there's week 4, there'll be week 3, week 2, moving down like that. Where I want to bring you right now is the first place you want to be checking here. If you want to see how your student is doing on assessments, you'll be clicking on the quizzes icon up here because we do all of our assessments through the quizzes. So you click on this, and from here you can see each quiz the student's been assigned and the number of times they've attempted it. So in this case, they did 1 out of their 1 attempts. So you see that it was completed. So in this case, these are all done except for 1 from this week, which is fine, because they're still working on it. This is the current week. But nice thing with these quizzes is that they do auto grade. So in any of these quizzes, if you want to see how your student is doing, you can click on the feedback on attempt, and right here you can see their grade. I'm not going to click on it because it'll give the student's name in big bold letters next to the grade, and I don't want you to know who the student is. But if you click on the feedback on attempt, right here you can see how they did on the quiz. In this case, this student is doing pretty good on their quizzes, which I was happy to see. But I noticed that they're getting a lot of 100%, which was not typical for how they're doing early in the year. So first of all, I thought, hey, awesome, they're working really hard, doing a great job. But parents, don't stop here just on their quizzes. This is a good first step to see if they're doing the main work in terms of assessment. But you should also be checking this green book, the content. This is very important. So when you go to the content, you will see some things that aren't so great. Now when you're in content, this is where we organize all of our work week to week. So on this bar to the left, we can see we have a few things the student can see. And then your work for week 1, work for week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So you see here we're currently on week 3. And there's these check marks next to each of the parts. So these are parts that the student has completed and clicked on from week 3. So if we go to this task 1 check-in, it's complete. And you'll see that all the content here is the actual lesson material. So here's once you do the check-in, it gives you a link to the check-in for this one. Pretty straightforward. Other ones here might have an actual lesson in it for them to work through. And it gives you steps to complete, things for you to work on, like this super cool math cheat sheet. Pretty cool, I think. And you keep working through it until you get to the very bottom. There's work attached to it, obviously. You have to do more than just read it. Then from there, you go to your next exit pass, which you'd find in the quizzes. Now, week 3 is pretty good because I can see that they've completed all of their work. All these check marks here, and they also have a check mark next to the week. But notice how week 3 only has a check mark and the rest of them don't. So if we go to week 1, the very beginning, you will notice that there is nothing checked off. Interesting. Same for week 2, same for week 4. Week 4 is right here, and then week 5 is also very similar. Nothing checked off yet. Now, what's interesting about this is that week 5 is currently brand new content, and this student has gone through and gotten 100% on everything so far, but they haven't actually looked at the content yet, which I will say is a little suspicious from our side as teachers. I'm not going to say, all right, the student is cheating or anything, but it means that they are not doing the full amount of work that they should be. So we should check in on both of these and making sure that everything is complete for students. They won't get checked off until they have completed their work. So just a review for you guys as parents. All you have to be looking at right now is your main areas to check on your student progress, is the content side of things and the quizzes. If you scroll through those, look for check marks and content, and look for attempts and the feedback on quizzes, and it should give you a good snapshot of how your student is doing right now in math and science. And as always, if you do want more detail, please email teachers. We're happy to talk to you more. We can give you a phone call, email, whatever works best for you, and we can go over how the student is doing so far, where they can improve, and how we can all help them. So I hope that helps clarify things. Students, keep working hard. You're all doing a great job. This is a new area for all of us, and I think most of us are adjusting pretty good. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you next time.